Hey, David and Plumpy, how are you? Hey everyone, let me make sure the audio's okay. I'll open it up on my end. And let's see here. Oh man, that's gonna be a mess. Just a second. Good, okay, the audio's okay. Thank you so much for being here. Today, just gonna be a fun, chill stream. I do want to go over some of your Washtober works, which is gonna be interesting. I'm just trying to figure out. So if I do this, yeah, we're good. Okay, so I have some stuff opened up. We'll look at in just a few moments. I want to go over some of your Washtober works and kind of just for fun, because I promised that I'll go over them. I don't want to do like a top 10 best or anything like that. Just want to go through them. I thought this was gonna be a chilly stream. It's actually quite nice today. Yesterday was really rainy, not so nice, but now it's okay. So let's say hi to everyone who's here. Hey, David Harrison again. Hey, Plumpy Lump. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? Dazzling Action. John Smith. Hey, how are you? Richard, how are you? Lydia. Paul, Laura. Plumpy Lump. Again, that's a fun jacket. Yeah, thank you. It's everyone's favorite. People like it. Oops. Did we get a disconnect? Did we get a disconnect? No, it looks like we're good. I don't know why it says the bitrate is 0. But okay, whatever. Looks like we're okay. Let me know if you can't hear me. I don't know what that was. Hey Jill, hey Cubs win. Happy to have you here. Hey John, hey Liron. Everyone, hope you're all doing well. Richard, I have a big coat on too. No way I'm putting the central heating on yet. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, we need to get out our heaters because it's starting to get a little cold. Hey DJ Drop, how are you? Hey Kimberly Matsumoto, cheers. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing well. John, hey, how are you, my friend? Hope everything is well. David, but I wouldn't want to paint it. No, actually, it's pretty easy to paint. The red is a little fiery, but the white, it's just a bunch of blue shadows and you're good. Liz, hi from Nimbin, north-south something. 1 a.m. and trying to keep my eyes open. See how I go. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. I won't feel bad if you fall asleep. That's okay. Nancy, supposed to be less warm day in Akron, Ohio for a while. Yeah, it's going to get super cold there probably, right? Mozart, hello from France. Cool. Thank you for being here. So today, I thought we can just kind of hang. I did open up the Washtober 2022 hashtag, so we can look at some of works. And until we do that, like I'm here, we can talk about whatever you want. You can ask questions. I had a bit of a weird couple of days. I think I have like inflammation in my knee again, which isn't fun. I've had it, did physiotherapy, it went completely away. I kept strong with the physiotherapy for a few years, but now it's back and it's in a different spot, so I'm not sure it's the same thing, but it's kind of annoying because I tried not to stand up almost at all, but you just have to. And of course, I don't know if it's the right thing. I do want the leg to be a bit active, but that sucks. So I don't know. I started having weird tingling feeling in my foot. I'm gonna see the doctor soon, so no worries. But man, it's annoying. It's really annoying. Mark, what's up? You're a long time no see. My fault entirely. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I remember you haven't been here for a while, but that's cool. Yeah, no worries. No worries. We go through these times. Josephine, hi. I'm in Toronto today. It's a cold one day. Terminix? What's Terminix? I'm not sure. DJ Drops, I really love the painting of the car that you posted recently. It's amazing. Yeah, a lot of people liked it, so I have it here handy if you want to see the details up close. Honestly, it's much more impressive in real life. Like, you have no idea how much more impressive it is in real life. Let me hold it up close. Let's see if you can add some of the details. So yeah, I actually managed to scan it in parts today because what I posted on Instagram wasn't a scan. It was just a picture with my iPhone, and you can tell the quality is not as good. If you want to see a scan, Let me know. I'll show it to you now here. But yeah, it's really I'm very happy with it. You know, sometimes these things, like in the middle of the process, there were so many stages where I felt like completely like I'm lost. And I keep telling myself the thing I tell you, you know, just keep going. It's gonna be okay if you just. And at some point, I had a really interesting thought. I thought to myself, there's no way I'm putting so much effort and focus into this one, and it's not gonna translate to something nice. At least something halfway decent. And you know, all it took was to take a step back for a few hours after I finished the whole reflections area. Came back and it looked really good. And I was like, whoa, I can see it for the first time. Actually, the first time I was able to see it was when I turned it black and white. And I put it next to the black and white reference, and it was almost the same. I was blown away before I added the background, which I did at the end. But thank you so much, DJ Drop. Joey, hello from Minnesota. Hey, Luis. Hi, Liron. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Richard, I have 45 minutes to chill with you guys, then I gotta go. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be much longer than an hour and a half. Lettuce Kid, I can't join. Started as soon as I got to school. So sorry. So sorry. But you know, school is good for you. Tell us if you're still listening, which you shouldn't be. Tell us what you're studying. Is it like high school or is it college or, you know? Brian, hey Liron, good morning from North Carolina, I would guess. I'm so bad at the States game. Marjorie, good morning. Nice to finally be here. Looking forward to watching today's subject. Sorry to hear about your physical problems. Sending good thoughts. Yeah, thank you so much. I guess it's one of those things that if I just rest and let it and keep doing physiotherapy, it's gonna be okay. Because I put a bit of, I think, too much pressure on my legs in the last couple of months. The weird thing is, why now? You know, because we carried a bunch of stuff, you know, for the move, and then I had a few. I got back to working out, did squats, did stuff, and then gradually over the last month, it started really going bad. So I have no idea. I don't know. It's so inconsistent with like what's going on outside that I really don't know. On another note, I went pretty much back to eating super clean and healthy, so almost fully keto. I have a weight goal. I'm gonna get to it, and I'm gonna be super happy about it. I think I would be able to hit it in like 2 months max, which is good. So I'm actually feeling really well in all other regards. Like I sleep well, I have tons of energy, but I'm exhausting myself in work because of that. But yeah, so a lot of things are going well, but this thing is really annoying. Thank you, Nancy, for the wow. Petstone, are you doing Christmas cards? Actually, no. So what do you mean by that? Would you want a Christmas card? I don't know. Should I make them and sell them? I have no idea. Larger than I thought. Great job. Yes, definitely. It's a pretty large one, and I have probably, for comparison's sake, let me show you like. So some of the smaller cars. Let's see if I have a good one to show you. Yeah, so this is like the standard size of these, and usually they fill in the entire page, right? So yeah, significantly larger. Very happy with how it turned out. I have all of them here actually, if you want to see some more. One of my like absolute favorites is number 90. And actually, I don't know, a lot of people disagreed with me, I think, but this one, to me, is perfect. One of the best ones, I feel like, at least. But yeah. You know, it's all about these abstract shapes. Honestly, it's not that hard. Believe me. Like this car that you see in the reflection, that was actually quite simple to get. You just need to look at the shapes. And it's something we forget sometimes to do, to just look at the shapes, you know. Plumpy Lump does substantially. Oh yeah, we read it. DJ Drops, wow. Pat, thank you. I want to see the scan for sure. Yeah, I'll upload it. I'll have to get back to her. Let's see. Hey Lollipop Strawberry, how are you? Hey Space Princess. Hey David, I thought it was an A4. Yes, that one's huge. Yeah, let me actually bring up a photo. Let's see. Image R. Okie doke. well, I can bring it up and show you. Where was it? So I have a new setup with the folders and everything because it's a new computer. Pics are 90. So I think it's best if I share the downsized version. It's huge anyway. Yes, so let me actually just block the entire screen. There you go. I can slither in here in this space. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is the scan. Obviously one of the best, I think, so far. You know, it's a matter of taste, of course, but like on a level of accomplishment, yes. Because one thing that's here and isn't necessarily in a lot of my works is all of these reflections that are a little warm and a little cool. There are a lot of nuances in the side of the car, actually, that are quite significant. And not that hard to paint, by the way. Again, it's not that hard to paint these things. It's just one shape at a time, you know? Did you video that car painting, asks Nancy? No, I didn't. I really wanted to be focused, so unfortunately I haven't. I could make like a video on it, just generally speaking, but yeah, I really needed the focus there, so yeah. By the way, sorry that I can't show your comments. I need to figure out how to show them here on the screen so that you can actually read them. I'll figure it out. I managed to do it before, but it was a bit of a hassle. Now let me just send a quick text here. Oopsie. 1 second, I'm so sorry about that, because I missed a couple of messages. Hey, we'll get back to you right after the live stream. Sorry, I saw your message and I missed it. I saw it just a minute before it started, so sorry. So yeah, let's move it here. So, Digidrops, I think it came out super realistic. Thank you. Lettuce Kid, I am indeed still listening. Class hasn't quite started yet. Yeah, you see, I'm more on time than school. I'm the real education. Liron is the real educator here. You know, educating you in the art of watercolor. I think if I had to choose something, it'll be the art of watercolor and enthusiasm. And positive enthusiasm. Or enthusiastic positivity. I'm not sure. But yeah, old age getting into you. Yeah, Liz, yeah, it's happening. You know, the moment I hit 30, which was 2 years ago, I'm 32. The moment I hit 30, immediately, knee problems. Now, I did dislocate my right knee twice when I was 17, if I'm not mistaken. But that was okay. Like, I put a cast on it for a year, was with crutches for a year during high school. That was fun with all the stairs. They had to bring our classroom downstairs because it was like the 3rd floor. No elevator, of course. It was an old building. So yeah, it is getting to me. Oh man. Paul, hi again. Regrettably, I can't stay and watch live, but I will watch the playback if available later. Awesome. Thank you. I hope to see you there. If you're watching the playback, here I am talking to you, Paul. So yeah, John, thank you so much. Yeah. At Ray, hello, Liron. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much. Yeah, aside from that thing, I'm okay. I'm good. Marjorie, even though your subject matter, cars, man-made machinery, etc., is not my cup of tea, I truly admire your diligence and your growth. Very impressive. Yeah, thank you so much. And Marjorie, the good news is this is car 99. There's one more to go. I did say I'll paint it live, but honestly, I want it to be really good, and I suspect it will be better if I don't paint it live. So here's what I can do. I can film the process and then review it with you on a live stream, or I can not film it, but leave some of the easier steps and do those live. So like the highlights, the smaller, more opaque painty things, smaller shadows, things like that. So that could be a good idea. But the good news is, after that, I'm done with cars. If you want to choose the next challenge, let me know. But yeah, it's no more cars for a while. I mean, I may paint a car here and there or as a part of a larger scene, but yeah, I'll probably take a break from cars for a while. Mark, my painting habit has fallen off a cliff since the summer. Lots of traveling was involved, and even though I take probably a small urban sketch kit with me, I hardly did any painting. Yeah, it's really, I find, not about materials or, you know, sometimes comfort. If you have your setup ready to go and you can just go ahead and paint, that can contribute to your consistency and motivation. But very often, even having everything ready to go is not like that. I have that actually with this new computer. So I thought once I get this set up and I can much more easily stream and film a lot of scenes together, I'll just do like 3 videos a day. But it turns out, I have tons of projects and it's just not the time for it. Maybe it will be the time for it, but even though I have all the tools much better and ready to go, I'm still not doing what I thought I may be doing with this kind of equipment. So, Kimberly, did you paint 100 cars? Yes. So if anyone doesn't know, I embarked on a 100 cars challenge 2 years ago, probably. This is car number 1. I should have dated them, but you can know the dates from Instagram. And I can actually go back and check the dates on Instagram. So yeah, this was car number 1. Very overworked, but got the job done. This is car number 2, which at the time I considered a huge mess up, and I still do. But this is the whole purpose of this challenge, to show you that you can build it up slowly, and out of the 100, not everything's going to be a winner. Of course, you'll get many duds, probably most of them. That's just how it works. So yeah, the blue large car is mad. Thank you. Yeah. Howdy. Hey, Tattoo Tank. How are you? I got your email too, by the way. Thank you. Reflections are amazing. Thank you. Let's see here. John, I've had somebody that had knee pain at both knees. The result was some virus infection in the neck. You heard it right. Something in the neck. A neurologist diagnosed him. Proper diagnosis is first. Yeah, definitely. So the last time I had it, I did an ultrasound, and it was just an inflammation in one of the tendons. I don't know if that's considered tendonitis, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. This time it feels very different. So the last time it was the lateral, the outside of the knee. So I actually worked a lot on my IT band, so did a lot of lateral movement. But this time it's behind it, so it's different. And I don't think it's the Baker's cyst, which is another possible explanation. I think it's something else. We'll see. I'll see a doctor on Sunday. Hopefully I get to do an ultrasound fast, because I'm the type of person who's very worried about these things. And I mean, it's good because I take care of myself mostly. So yeah, Space Princess, you're such a talented artist. Thank you so much. Looking up, those reflections are great. Thank you. Phyllis, thank you so much. Pat, have you ever painted Monument Valley? No, I actually haven't. So Monument Valley, let's see here. Is this what I think it is? Oh, I think I actually have. Yeah, I have painted Monument Valley. It's actually in one of the courses, so I show it as a part of a lesson, but it's not the main focus of the lesson. Mark, come on guys, 74 watching at only 20 likes. So this is why my likes have been so low for like 2 weeks, because I didn't have you here, Mark. So thank you so much. If everyone can drop a like. So I see them now going 37 likes. Let's see if we can get to more. Let's see if we can get to more. So let's see here. What I should do one of those, like if we get to 100 likes, I'm gonna do something and then do it. But I don't know what to do. So let me know if there's anything you want me to do, and then we can put it as a goal. So if we break through 100 likes, let's do even 150, more ambitious. So yeah, that's a possibility. Ray, the car is amazing. Thank you so much. Liz, how long for the blue car? So it was about 3 hours, I think, but that's 3 hours without breaks. I cut out the breaks, 3 hours of pure painting, right? So if you remove all the, taking a break here and there, it was a day's work pretty much. But yeah, 3 hours on, not a day's work, maybe 2/3 of a day's work. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on it. So for comparison, some of the other cars took half an hour, 45 minutes, easy. The quicker cars I could do in 10 minutes, some of them. If it's a really fast one, it's just one wash of light and dark. Nancy says, cool blue car. I love the reflections and the grungy back window with the wiper swipe. Yeah, that's actually a part I really like, and I wasn't sure I'm getting right, and I ended up getting it right. Like the nuance of how, when there's dust on that glass, of course, it's going to be lighter because it reflects the light a little. Actually, it's funny to think about it, but it actually, even though the dust disperses the sunlight more, the glass where it's smoother, you get a better, like a darker thing. And if the light would shine in our angle, like actually blinding our face, it would have been lighter in the dark area. That's how it works with light and shadow. But because the light is not directed towards us and immediately reflecting to our eyes in this scene, it's darker. So it's funny how these things work, and depending on the conditions, it's gonna look vastly different. And when I saw that car, I was like, I have to paint this car. I took a photo immediately. I was with friends, and I took a photo immediately. A video on the technique involved in the car painting would be awesome. So funny enough, it's the same thing I always do. It's just slow and you work by sections. But I can do something like that. Marjorie, P.S. The new car painting has the same luster, reflection, etc. as my Jeep. Only has when fresh out of the car. Oh, okay. Only has when fresh out of the car wash. That's funny. Yeah. It's idealized. It looks good. It looks better than real life. Be sure of that. Logan, thank you, Professor Liron. I'm happy to assist. So we're on 51 likes. You gotta wake up, people. Lift Terrace, how are you? My favorite car, definitely. Thank you so much. Liz, Liron's Lionheart watercolor life. Atray, feel better soon. Thank you so much. Loki. Yeah, show. So Lollipop, I had to manually approve your chat because it had tons of emojis, so it probably marked it as spam. I'm gonna get to it. I'm going through the chats. Loki, hello. I just came in on a niche story. I don't know what it's about, but let me tell you, drinking collagen can't hurt. Yeah, collagen is really important. I think I'm okay. Is it collagen or collagen? I think it's collagen. I think I'm good on the collagen scene. But yeah, I need to get my blood tests. It's been probably 6 months, and I've been good so far. Plumpy Lump, you're 32 with that beard. I'm 30 and still have peach fuzz. You lucky duck. Yeah, that's because you have to shave in military, so it gets like serious growth very fast. Even though I only shaved for a couple of months, then I got a permission to stay with it. But yeah, I don't know why. Honestly, I think it's just genes, genetic, I guess. I think beard is very genetic. And luckily for me, I also have quite a bit of hair. And that's from my dad. That's a gift from my dad, because he has a lot of hair too. Still in his age. A lot of my friends have a way more receding hairline. Oops, sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. Much more receding hairline. I don't. I'm lucky that way. You know that thing I had with my tooth that I thought I broke it? So my dad has bad teeth, unfortunately, and I was scared I got his, but I actually got my mom's. So it looks like I don't know. I got the best of both worlds, I guess. Lucky duck is good. Marjorie, I vote for the showing the entire process and then a live talking it through in retrospect. Yeah, but I never filmed it, man. Do you want me to do another one? A copy of this car? By the way, it's midterm elections in the US, right? So I hope everyone voted. Everyone took advantage of their civil rights and voted. Richard, Liron, I like it when you record the painting process, then talk us through it afterwards in another live stream. I think we get much more insight because you get to talk about what you did. Yeah, that's interesting. So wait, when you record a painting process, then talk us through it afterwards. Yeah, I get it. So, there's something that's better in doing it real life, like actually filming and talking at the same time. But I definitely am able to cram more information if I narrate after the fact. So what I do is, just to give you a bit of an insider into how I do these things. So I film the painting process, and then starts the editing stage. So I take all the long video. Usually it's around an hour, sometimes a little longer, sometimes a little shorter. First, I think in terms of visuals only, and I'll cut out. And thank you for the likes. I see 58. Let's see if we can break 60. So I'll look at the, let's break 70 because it's probably already at 60 and I'm not seeing the most updated. So I take the whole timeline of the painting process and I cut out unimportant areas where I mix for a long time, things that may not be as useful to you. And then I'll simply take the process, I'll view it as a viewer and talk and record just the video or just the audio or video as well. And that way I can, I could, in theory, pause the process, but I usually don't have to because I have enough time to really gather my thoughts. Now, when I'm painting, the conversation's a little different, and you're going to see this Saturday, there's a real-time narrated painting video. It's a bit different. It's like, should we do this? Should we do that? Okay, I did this. Now here you have to pay attention to this. Now here you have to watch out from that. It's more in the moment, if that makes sense. Yeah, instead of talking while painting, which must be super hard. Honestly, it's I don't know. I thought it's very easy when I just got started. Then it got harder, and now it's easier again. So I guess it depends on what I'm painting. If I'm painting something very complex, lots of small fragmented shapes that aren't as clear, or very subtle transitions, wet and wet, that you really have to be on time, that's when it's a little more challenging to talk. Cubs win are all modern cars. So I think I have like only one that's not a modern car. Actually, let me just bring it up here. Let me bring up the scan. I have definitely one that I remember that is not a modern car, but the vast majority is just, yeah, it's the cars I see around me. The reason for that is that I care more about the light and shadow as opposed to the what the car is. And it's unfortunate for some, because I know a lot of people do prefer older cars. They find them more interesting, and I don't blame you for that, if that's you. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's a huge file, and I'm streaming at 1080. So here we go. There we go. So that's probably one of the older cars I have. And I like it a lot. And I did this on a different type of paper too. So this, if I'm not mistaken, it's either hot pressed cotton or it's just pulp. So it's and you can tell by the way the color behaves there. But I quite like it. I think it works really well with the background. The color balance is really there. The colors are really well balanced here. You get a bit of blue here right on the, is it here? Right on the front of the car, and then a bit of yellow and red on the buildings, the green on the ground. I really like this car. This is a really nice car. This is more modern. And yeah, I added a background after I finished the car, and then I decided I'm gonna add a background. Laura, as someone who drives a hatchback, I appreciate the back window. Oh yeah, that's cool. So I don't even know what a hatchback is, so let me check. Hatchback, is it a specific model or a type? Car body configured with a rear door. Oh yeah, okay, swings upward. Yep. Definitely. Hatchback all the way. Let's see, sorry, opened up way too many windows. Let's close this. Yeah. John, I hope all goes well for you on Sunday. Yeah, thank you so much. I honestly, it's probably gonna be just like go do an ultrasound, and only then I'll know. And I hope I can schedule one soon, because we're going to Venice, and then it's I don't know if it could be before that. That will be ideal. Lollipop, can you do clay, making clay out of nature, then paint them in watercolor? So I did one clay statue of a Pokemon, actually. It broke after about a year. The paints used for that are similar to watercolor, but because the surface is very different, it's a completely different technique. There's no real absorption. It just dries on the surface. So yeah, not my seed, probably. Live backflip. Oh man, Plumpy. You're right. I couldn't do one with my leg in perfect shape. I can do, so if you want, I can do like maybe 10 push-ups. I can go ahead and do 10 push-ups on the floor. You will see me. So if we get to 150 likes, which I highly doubt, while the live stream is going. So if you're watching this in a couple of hours or tomorrow, don't come at me and tell me I owe you 10 push-ups. But if we get to 150, I will do 10 push-ups. We can do this. Now we'll have to send this live stream to other people, because we just don't have enough people to get to that number here, unless no one here has liked it so far. So Phil, hi Liron, started watercolor recently and stumbled upon your channel. Enjoy your simple tutorials and produced some encouraging results following along. So much content on here too. Thanks. Yeah, there's the huge back catalog, and thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna do on Saturday again. It's gonna be in 2 days. A really fun portrait. One of these fast kind of quick portrait videos. Live narrated again. Not live, but narrated in real time. And especially for beginners, it shows you like you fumble your way through a portrait, you get a beautiful result, and everyone can follow it. So yeah. Brian, with your cars, did you start by laying down a pencil drawing or was it just from imagination? Of course, it is all from references. It's from photos I take. I usually trace the pencil and then paint it. So yeah, very rarely will I actually just draw it because I care about the painting stage more. And it's a picture I took, so you know I'm not really infringing on anyone's photo if I'm tracing it, I guess. Nicole Roy Artist. Good morning, Liron from Ontario, Canada. Thank you so much for being here. David, hey, Phil. Okay, welcome. Liron always invites newbies around for a coffee. I'd go for a flat white if I was you. Yeah, I actually don't have a coffee right now, so I have some ACV, so apple cider vinegar, lemon, and some lemon zest that I scratched? What do you call it? Grated in there. Dazzling action. Ever think about making your own paint? I actually had this thought in mind before, but I don't feel like I have any like competitive advantage over anyone, any brand. So I don't know if I'll be able to create something that's actually better in terms of quality. I've had quite a few ideas that I thought of, like maybe doing my own like art box thing that I, you know, to be the DJ, not the producer. So just to bring in a bunch of supplies and ship it, but it's such a logistical hell. And I really, like, the part I dislike the most about painting is shipping the painting. So if I have to, as part of my business, ship stuff constantly, it's a little bit of a hassle. But yeah, I have had that idea. Yeah, I'm trying to look where my competitive advantage is, and it's just painting, you know. With time, I learned that's one of the things I am doing better. I think painting and communication, and then I have to kind of structure everything I do around that, you know. So yeah, Saint Inky almost missed it. Hey, Liron, thank you for being here. Jennifer Doyle, art. Hello, Liron and everyone. Thank you for being here. Saint Inky, my head looks like the highway, bushes on the side and the rest paved. That's funny. Looks great. The car, like the building in the back. Thank you. Yeah, the building was really after I was done with it. So we have 66 likes. Well, let's see. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we can do it. I don't think so. I think we'll fail. RK Fab Art. Hello. Thank you for being here. Logan, Marjorie, and Richard are talking about what to do for the 100th car, I think. So yeah, maybe I missed it. I don't remember. Oh, okay, yeah. Showing the entire process. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility for the 100th car. Yeah. But I think I'd prefer to do it privately, actually. Oh, I missed that. Okay. Sorry, Mark. I know when you get to 100 likes, you have to quickly paint something in 1 minute. Yeah, I can do that. I tried it, by the way. I'm so bad at it. But I did try it once or twice. That's a good idea. I can maybe paint a car in a minute. A car in a minute I can paint. I'm pretty sure. Finally, I'm on time. Yeah, thank you for being here, RK. Very happy to have you here. Thank you, Kimberly. Cubs win. Did Ruth make the move? Yeah, of course. She's here. What do you mean? She loves this place. She really got used to it. The only downside, honestly, is that I still don't have a sofa here because it needed to be small and the one we had didn't fit, so I need to buy one. And then she can be here with us in the live stream. So she'll be right here behind. Maybe I should crowdfund a sofa. That could be fun. Crowdfund Ruth's presence in the live streams. But yeah, we'll get one. So they're just so expensive because they're small and kind of... Usually they're a bit... What's the right word I'm looking for? That's not for pricks. Like it's a, you know, it's a snobbish kind of small mini sofa for just 2 seats. But yeah, that's what fits in here. So, yep. Thank you, Nancy. So yeah, I need to see those push-ups. Yeah, better exercise than playing Creed. Yeah, I am. No, it's not. It's not. When I do push-ups, I don't get soaking sweaty. When I play Creed, I do. So yeah. Yeah, I really want to do it again, but my leg it's not gonna hold on. Joey Best, love your quick paintings. Looking forward to the portrait. Thank you. Big Leo. Oh, Liron, hi. I'm very glad to see you. You're funny as usual. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying to be funny. RK, I learned so much from you, and watercolor gets more interesting. Thank you. Yeah, my pleasure. Watercolor is super fun. Honestly, super duper fun. You just splash some paint, you see what happens, you don't get it to look exactly like you wanted, which is fine. Cubswin, how do you feel about tracing versus drawing images to paint? Yeah, it just depends on your goal. So if your goal is to improve your drawing skills, if you trace, you're not gonna... You know, some people say that tracing teaches you about drawing. In my anecdotal experience, I disagree with that. And actually, a lot of people say that. I'm not sure why. Because I don't feel that way at all. I just don't. And I'm like the most, like, feel free to trace as much as you want, but I just don't see the benefit of... Unless the only benefit I can imagine is you're doing the movement, so it's motor skills, like very basic motor skills. Just if you've never practiced drawing ellipses, you finally practice drawing an accurate ellipse. I personally have not felt the benefit of tracing. I just do it because I want to speed up the process. If you're doing it, you know, to quickly draw or to draw accurately and then paint over, I mean, who's going to judge you for that? It's not like it's even tracing can be a challenge. You need to know what to trace. So it's still tough, you know. And with all the evidence coming out of how some of the old masters have been using all sorts of devices to almost trace or to, you know, paint things exactly as they are. They've had all sorts of weird devices to do these kinds of things. And maybe it would take really long, but the result is a very impressive piece of art. So we don't know that. We don't know how some of these works were created. And I think it's just snobbish to say that tracing is wrong just because I decided it's wrong, you know? So I'm good with it. David, thank you for being here, taking your car to the garage. Oh, cool. I hope it's in good condition. It's just usual maintenance. Brian, where's the like button? Sorry for my confusion. It should be under the video here somewhere, right? Under the video. Yeah, they keep changing the interface on YouTube. Let me see if I can... So yeah, it's an up. It's just under the video, a little to the right. Thank you, looking up, for helping. Konkona, hi Liron, can you give any advice about references which are best to practice watercolor? Yeah, so the easiest thing I would say when getting started, yeah, Lisa kind of loves it. I wanted to say that it's a snobbish type of sofa or couch, but yeah. Konkona, best, yeah, references. I think if you're just getting started, anything black and white is better than color. You're much more likely to get a good result. So that would be the first thing. Now, I like when there are few clear shapes so that you know what you're painting. It's much easier that way. So if you can see the edges, like there's a sharp edge, kind of like you see the frame here, that's a sharp edge. That's, you know, that's the frame where I'm at, and then a sharp dark and then a sharp, you know, background. Sharp transitions are good. What you see here, not so good. That's a gradual transition. That's a bit hard to control. So you want to have a lot of clear shapes with sharp edges. You want to have strong contrasts, meaning photos that have a lot of dark and light together. So this is a good contrast, light and dark. This, once again, is not a good contrast. It's so gentle. Most beginners would just paint it as just one flat paint, but obviously this side is darker than this side. There's a pretty significant difference between the two sides. But then this is super light and this is slightly darker. And this is not as super light as you'd think too. So that's like the hardest thing. So I'd say, yeah, something like that is good. And then for subject choice, anything goes, you know. Portraits can be tough if you're trying to get it to look like the person. But if you're just practicing the technique, portraits are great as well. Animals, I would say the subject that interests you. I'm really not that interested in painting animals unless it's Ruth, but I'm very interested in scenes. So if a scene has animals, I'll paint it. I'll gladly paint it. just as an example. I love the combination of smooth and hard shapes on cars. So you get a lot of, like here it's specifically a lot of sharp shapes for the most part, but there is a bit of smoothness here, gradual transitions. But here it's like all super fragmented, right? So yeah, that will be my 2 cents for references. Good ones. Michelle, hi from France. Thank you for being here. Space Princess, what do you think about someone taking someone's photography and tracing over it with pencils, then marketing it as their own? That's iffy to me. That's a bit iffy. Now, actually, based on law, you could be okay with it if it's transformative enough and it's not derivative, right? Those are the 2 terms you see all the... My hair really shakes when I do this. That's funny. It shakes. Yeah, I can do this. If it's derivative, it's a bit of a problem, I believe. I'm not sure if both are just flat out legal, but derivative is bad. That means you derived your work from something else, and transformative means you transformed it to something else. So for example, if I were to take a sculpture and paint it, I'm probably okay because it's a sculpture. It's transformative enough, I guess. But, and why is my camera still connected to my computer? Let me eject that. Eject. Second. Taking a lot of old guy voice. There we go. I don't know why it bugged me. So yeah, I find it a little iffy because it's someone else's photo and you traced it. And to be honest, if you're gonna, it's not about the tracing, it's more about the how one-to-one it is. And then if you paint it exactly the same, you know that and you're good, it's gonna be too similar. Now, this is why I use photos for the most part that can be used, are allowed to be used. And to be honest with you, most of my serious paintings, I take my own photos. So yeah, but for practice, I'm all for it. Laura, I will often trace a focal point or a shape that needs to be accurate and draw the rest. Yeah, that's a great idea too. Sometimes, you know, when you paint very large, it helps to trace or use a grid just for the overall proportions, and then you fill in the blanks. So yeah. Cheryl, how are you? Hey, Liron, enjoying going through your frustration-free class. It's very encouraging. That's awesome. Very happy to hear. I have this constant plug. Once we go to this screen with Instagram, if we ever get there, I think we'll get there soon. I have this video running from the course down there with a bit of a plug. Because why not use the space around me to market stuff like the gallery and social media and other things? So yeah. Big Leo, let's arrange a contest of 10 meters of arch paper for each subscriber. What will we do then? 10 meters of arch paper for each subscriber. So would that be like... It's funny. So am I supposed to gift them 10 meters of arch? So this here is a 10-yard roll, and I think I'm halfway through it. But yeah. Mark, I've tried tracing, but I prefer drawing a freehand sketch as a guide, but using very light pencil mark. Yep. Capswin, have you heard of the Lucy device for tracing? I think I have. Let me see. I think I've seen it. Lucy device, tracing, drawing, yeah. Lucy drawing device. I think, yeah, I've seen an ad, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, I watched it like 3 times, and I still have no idea how it works and why it's better than anything else. Maybe I need to use it again, to watch it again. I remember that I saw it, and I thought to myself, so what? Why is that better than just tracing on my screen? I couldn't figure it out, or Lightbox. I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out what it does. What does it do? What does it even do? Wait, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, it lets you see it almost on paper. Yeah, so to me that looks uncomfortable. I don't know why. And I don't know if it'll work well with watercolor. A tree. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Hey, Liron, I'm a cognitive scientist, and I work specifically in language. And from my understanding of cognition, tracing is actually similar to kids imitating their caregiver's language. Interesting. Yeah, I guess if you don't ever draw and then one time you trace, you got some experience in imitating. But I don't know if it works that way. You know, if that's what the science says, then yeah, definitely, that's cool. In my anecdotal experience, it never helped me. It always held me back. Now, I don't know if you should be thinking about it while doing it. You should be focused on something or anything like that. But yeah. Space Marine says, totally agree. I've known people to do this and always wondered if it was right or wrong. Yeah. So to learn a language, we're continuing. So to learn a language, a kid imitates the sound patterns. Likewise, if we trace by isolating the skill, we'll eventually learn how to draw. Okay, by isolating the skill. So that's interesting. So it's a way to use tracing and still learn. Yeah, well, definitely possible. Looking up, copyright-free photos can be used from site. Yeah, Pixabay, Pexels, a bunch of stuff. Mark, there's a good technique for tracing outlines from reference photos. Display photo on iPad screen and put ordinary paper on top of to trace. Then use this paper to place on watercolor paper and transfer. Display photo on iPad screen and put ordinary paper on top to trace. Then use this paper to place on. Oh, okay. So how will you transfer? Will you just lift it and mark the dots? Because I've done that a few times. I'll put the watercolor paper on top of my screen or whatever it was. I'll raise it, mark a spot or a line. Raise it, mark a line, and it works. It actually works really well. Saint Inky, what about artists like Rosina Wachtenmeister, who markets the Picasso cat in her own vision? So first off, I'm unfamiliar with it, so let's Google it. But I think Picasso, like in terms of rights, that's done. I think the copyrights are done. It's been like how many years? Picasso is relatively new, if I'm not mistaken. Like new, it's not. Let's see. Pablo Picasso. People hate Picasso today, right? I think he's done some bad things in his time. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. 1881 to 1973. Yeah, so that's not that long ago. It's not like the 1600s or anything like that. Yeah, that's totally okay. I mean, that's history. I could probably recreate the Starry Night Van Gogh 1-to-1 and I'll be okay in terms of copyrights. I don't think it's a problem. Because copyright law is under a century, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 70 years? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's fine. I'm super proud of how I was able to read the Wachtenmeister very easily. So I don't know if that's how she pronounces it, but I guess the original pronunciation, if it's German, will be Wach with a ch. And we are lucky because in Hebrew we have that sound. Now, Americans usually will have more trouble with it. British also with the ch. It's like whack, but it's actually wach. So yeah, I'm proud of my good reading skills. Hey Daiji, how are you doing? I hope everything is well with you. Looking up, I feel like I learn more by drawing freehand and tracing via Lightbox. I'm first to look and think when drawing. Yeah. The ultimate way to learn is to understand, honestly. But yeah, you can go at it different routes. So if anyone here is nerdy enough to get the analogy of like playing a video game, and you have this skill tree, so you can get all sorts of skills to improve your game and the things you do. So then you go one way, and then it splits to another. You have a couple of possibilities. You want to improve your stealth, you want to improve your strength, you want to improve whatever, your smarts, and then it continues and it what do you call that again? It forks again, or it splits again. And you have, for every one of these, you have a couple of other things you can upgrade, and then for every one of these you have, so it's the same thing. You can learn the skill that is understanding visually, and then drawing based on that, and then a separate branch, which may be quite close, right, but not too much down the line, of tracing and getting better by thinking about what you're tracing, or just the skill, or just the observational. Like that's a lot of what I did and still do, is observation completely. I don't understand necessarily what I'm seeing. I'm just, for this, I didn't use any understanding. That's just weird abstract patterns, right? So yeah, it's almost like a skill tree. Let's see here. Atreya, learning to paint is like learning a new language. You have to imitate During the first stage, to learn the basics, tracing is a tool that only makes it easier, like Abacus, a tool that helps learn math. Yeah, I'm familiar with that tool. So, it's interesting. This is also why, let me turn on the light. This is also why I think when you get started, tutorials are good. For at some point you have to let them go, but in the beginning, you need something to almost tell you what to paint, because you don't know. You just know you want to practice. You don't have any artistic taste necessarily that's developed enough to say, oh, I really like a car. Let me try and paint a car. Which is just me. I'm the only person who says that. No one else does. But yeah, that's the training wheels, just like you say. Yeah. So to me, I treat the imitation more like watching a tutorial as opposed to tracing. But it's the same concept, I guess. Liz, tracing for me ends up like me trying to speak Hebrew with my Israeli family last week. Gobbledygook, but entertaining, yeah. I'm proud of myself for being able to understand that's gobbledygook, because I've heard that word a lot, but I never saw it written, because it's gobbledygook. Yeah, that's funny. It's almost like me trying to talk Japanese, speak in Japanese, or yeah. So it didn't go too well, I guess, Liz. That's funny. Mark, yes, you can lift and mark dots, or you can draw on back of traced drawing, then press that on watercolor paper and rub. Oh yeah, okay. So that's actually transfer paper, right? Yep. Kimberly, I was drawing a skull, had different references, but somehow I painted the skull the same way 3 times, almost like a photocopy. But I want to improve on it, not keep painting the same mistakes. Yeah, so that's. Without seeing them, I can't know exactly what the reason is, but that sounds to me like you had a picture in mind of what a skull looks like, and you went with that as opposed to what was in front of you, which is very common, to draw fingers like sausages, all that stuff. But it could be that the photos were just really similar, so you ended up painting them similar, which actually makes sense. Amy, hey, how are you? Hi, Liron and everyone else. Haven't been in COVID times. Oh, sorry. Recovered mostly, ready to get back to painting, but have overwhelming anxiety to jump back into anything other than a couple quick sketches. Yeah, I have a video on that, if you want to watch it. It's okay you took a break. Check it out if you haven't. It will give you some encouragement. Taking a break is absolutely okay, and you should be able to go back to where you were in a better place really fast. It's going to be tough for maybe 1 or 2 paintings. But remember, watercolor, it's just fun. Water, you put a lot of water there, you have a lot of time to react, a lot of time to, make it your own in a way. You have to kind of embrace the fun. Sometimes it's hard if you're too judgmental or too scared that things aren't going your way, but once you embrace fun, which is a lot of what I was trying to achieve with the frustration-free watercolor course, actually, and if anyone's struggling with that, you definitely want to check that out. That really just puts you in a completely different place of experimentation and of courage. You almost start having thoughts like, what would happen if I were to complete the blank, fill in the blanks? What would happen if I now put this wet wash next to this almost drying wash, which usually would be a disaster, everything's going to get mixed. But if you're doing it out of the will to experiment, you actually pay attention to what's going on paper because you're not busy being scared. You're actually experimenting. And then you find a way to solve it, and it looks good. And maybe you get nice little, veins of paint going through the drying paint, which is a really cool thing. It looks really good. So, a bit about the mindset, right? Atreya, it's for absolute beginners. You're a professional. Yeah, I still use it all the time, though, right? Liz, well pronounced, Liron. We danced a lot, yeah. Christina, yeah, sorry, I sent you a voice message on WhatsApp. My apologies. Hugh White, sometimes use a grid and turn the reference picture upside down. Yeah, that's great. That's a great thing that actually works, to turn it upside down, kind of detaches you from what you think it is, Christina, what brand of paper are you currently using, and do you prefer hot or cold press? Also, do you still prefer Azo Yellow to over other for 3-color combo? So I'm a big fan of yellow ochre lately. I just find that it's such a nice yellow. My only problem with it is that it's just not good at creating a gray. So if I mix it with my red and blue, I won't end up with a gray, I'll end up with a brown. And that could be a problem. So the answer to that is I also have lemon yellow, and I actually switched my Azo with a lemon yellow. The Azo is very strong. It's good if you're looking for a dark, strong yellow, but if you're looking for a more versatile one that can be mixed to a relatively neutral gray, that could be used for brighter greens, that could be used for strong oranges, I find that lemon yellow, generally speaking, is better. I don't remember the exact pigment. It's pigment yellow 143, I believe, in Daniel Smith. I'm not sure. You'll have to fact check me on that one. Now I do see we have 81 viewers. We had 70 something earlier, which means it should translate to more likes. So if you still haven't liked this live stream and you want a chance to see me do 10 push-ups, now is the time. Flowy Bobby, Flowy, I caught you live again. Yeah, thank you for being here. Oh wait, you had another question. Yeah, what brand of paper? So I'm using a Saunders Waterford mostly, and also a bit of Arch. I do prefer cold press still, but for some purposes, hot press is better. It's still a challenge for me, hot press. 77 viewers, 77 likes. That's nice. Oh, more likes than viewers. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's tough because hot press is still a challenge sometimes for me, and cold press comes more naturally for sure. So yeah, that'll be cold press. Saunders Waterford. Thank you, Flobby, for being here. Liz, I didn't get many of the Washtober completed, but it got me painting while in the caravan, mostly, and also doing 4,500 kilometers. Is that how you would say it, or would you say 4,500? Probably 4,500 kilometers driving myself across Australia, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney. That's awesome. That's awesome. Flobby Bobby, I'm so hyped. Mark, change of subject here. Have you used Roman Smalls paint yet? Yes, I have. They sent me the paints and they're good quality. I have it here and I'll probably get back to using it at some point. I've recently bought a few and I'm quite impressed by their quality of pigment, such a reasonable price. Yeah, it's great. I should recommend them more. They're really, 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 really good. Yeah. Trish, how do I break away from painting a close copy of a photo versus a more free interpretation? I feel stuck. So I would say if you're actually able to paint a good copy, meaning it looks like the thing, you're in a great spot. So you can do a couple of things to kind of force some creativity. You know, they say limitation and you know, limitations or necessity. Yeah, it's not a good saying for that. Necessity is the mother of invention. But if you just put some limitations on yourself, you can do some interesting things with it. So, for example, why not, if you're already skilled and you're good, kind of challenge yourself to paint the scene instead of following the colors you see. Just use French ultramarine and burnt sienna and try and do the nuances of cool and warm. Just that's going to be your focus. Or try and use two weird colors together. Or try and see how many fewer details you can get away with. So let me give you an example, right? Do you see the boat, right? There at the bottom right corner, there's the boat painting and the OCD restaurant painting, which both are still available for purchase in the gallery. If you're looking for something for Christmas. Not my cheapest paintings, but really good quality. So the boats, right? If you can get away with, I'm going to just draw the overall shape of the boats, right? That kind of triangular, kind of a trapezoid shape. And don't draw anything inside it. Don't do any details. And then try and paint based on what you see. That's a nice challenge. Fewer pencil marks. One of the things I should have mentioned earlier. How to break away from painting a copy. You sketch it more loosely, or you don't sketch at all. That's a fun little challenge. Looking up, thank you so much. If just joining, give Liron a like so you can get to 100. Thank you so much, yeah. Again, 150, it's aspirational. I'm willing to go down to 120. We'll actually get there. I'm going to do 10 push-ups right here on camera. So yeah. Mark, I totally agree with your comment about lemon yellow. Yep. You got it, Christina. Yeah, and sorry, sorry, I was super late on the messages. I had a really busy day actually. I worked on a big commission and like a physically large one, and yeah, it's been interesting. The last 2 days. 4,500. Oh, really? You would say 4,500? That has to be something kind of more Australian, I think. That's weird. Patricia, I've been listening, but just had a chance to jump in and say hi from New Hampshire. Added my like. Oh, thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Rainbow. How are you doing? 228. Simplification. Yep, that's one way to do it. But when someone asks how to not do a copy, they know probably that simplification is the answer. What people, I don't know if that's the case here, but what people often look for is like a little nudge on how to simplify, because you know you'll enjoy it, but you don't know how to do it. So one way to force yourself to simplify is just fewer pencil lines, right? Fewer details in the no drawing at all, right? So yeah. Donna, hi from Texas. Don't judge me. No, welcome aboard. I'm definitely not going to judge you. Flobby, I would never judge Texas. It's funny. Yanti, request. Painting snow that pops beyond blue-gray shadows. Interesting. So what do you mean by that? Give me more information. We can do that. That sounds like a fun scene. But like, what do you want? To show some more nuance in the snow? To show more of it? Have it more be the focal point? Let me know. I want more information. Villanueva, Julian Daniel R. So I'm not sure what that means, but I think ta enamo. So that's you like me, or I don't know. Let me know. Mr. Rainbow, it's a beautiful morning here in the Poconos. Oh, that's cool. So wait, you're in the Poconos, so I'm gonna have to search Google here just to make sure that I know where that is. Poconos region in Pennsylvania. Is it this? Because I thought Poconos are an island, but I was completely wrong. I was wrong. Plumpy Lump, Liron got the rocket strap. What rocket strap? Looks like your views are up. Oh, okay, yeah. Rocket fuel, maybe. Looks like your views are up 130%. Yeah, actually, it's very weird. I don't know. So how can you tell that? I think my videos are so okay. So let me ask you a question here. Can you just let me know in the chat? Did you watch the pumpkin video? Write Y or hashtag yes or whatever. Write Y in the chat if you watched the pumpkins video. I'm curious to see. I'm gonna give it a few seconds and we'll see. Because I have something to say about that and about my views. Dazzling Action Omen 90. Yeah. Cubs Win. Do you like or use pens or tubes? I like tubes. I like to pour it into the palette, and then I can pretty much, use it right out of the tube. It's the easiest to mix, the fastest to mix. Definitely prefer that. Pens have their place. Some of them re-wet really easily if you choose the right pigments and right mixture and brand. So yeah. So I prefer generally tubes though. It's more cost effective too most of the time, by the way. Pam, PY 175. Yeah, you may be right. Is that lemon yellow? I think so. So yeah, oh, nice. Okay, thank you so much to anyone who watched the pumpkin video. Thank you. Dazzling, Joey, John, Mr. Rainbow, Tattoo Tank, John, Lisa, Saint Inky, Scale Model, Ink, Mr. Rainbow again, Robert, Medina, Alexa, Pharrell, Nancy, RK, and Lydia. Yes. So here's story time. So I worked on this video. I cannot even describe how long I worked on it. Even though the filming wasn't that time consuming, it was kind of an ordinary video, just filmed the process. I edited the heck out of that video because I wanted to make sure it's punchy and to the point. So you'll notice the intro has a bit more editing to it. I kind of jump straight to business. I show you a preview of what's to come, which is something I'll try doing more because I've been reading a lot about retention on YouTube and so on. And I thought to myself, it's a great painting. It's a great thing. It's going to get a lot of views. I was like, I feel good about this one. I designed a thumbnail that I thought was really good, and everything. I skipped the drawing stage pretty much. All of the both best practices and things from my experience that I know that work in terms of getting to more people. And lo and behold, it's like lower than average views. Like I'm still, so many people have watched it and it's still cool. Like what is it at 4K, 3K, something like that, which is good. It's okay. It's nothing. It's not bad So let's say the Painting Masters video on Kentaro Miura, that's 768. I knew that's going to be low because it's a bit different. But yeah, 3.3K views for the pumpkin video. I don't know why. So here's the point I'm getting at. I have no idea why. Whenever I put a lot of effort into a video, rarely does it actually get a lot of views. I'm as clueless as you about that. I don't know. It's so funny because sometimes I'll feel like, oh, it's so optimized. It's so good. It's a good topic. It's a beginner topic. It has a wide appeal. It's straight to the point. I feel like I was quite charismatic in the video. Everything is good. And then it ends up at a lower number. And then when I film a video real quick, haphazardly, post it, it's like 10K, 20K, 50K, 100, and now don't make this mistake of how to avoid overworking your paintings. That's like 400,000, something like this, 500. Isn't more? I don't even remember. Now I'm not too married to the numbers, honestly. It's okay, Let me see popular. So that is at 613K. That's a lot. And that video is from 8 months ago. And if you look at the Colors Don't Matter video with the David sculpture, that's 184 from 4 months ago. So it's like, I'm not too married to the numbers, but it's so weird how, the more effort I put into editing and doing stuff and polishing it up, the fewer views it gets. That's very consistent throughout all of my time here on YouTube. I don't know why. But I do know that the people who watched the pumpkin video had a good time. That's for sure. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching it. Javi, yes, always watch the videos. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Mark Donovan, who is your latest watercolor artist for your own inspiration? Do you have access to the publication of The Art of Watercolor? They feature many great watercolorists and have great feature articles. So I think I should be able to access it, but I don't read it. Maybe I have a magazine here. Is it printed too? Because I may have one. I don't have any latest inspiration. I've been not looking at anyone else's art for a long time now, honestly. For at least like a month or two, I'm zero inspiration. Like once in a while, I'll look at something nice on Instagram, but it really makes me understand how important it was for me to do this for a while. Because I feel like I'm getting now closer to my actual style, the thing I want to do. In that time away from other people's work, I think that's important once in a while. So yeah, I haven't looked honestly at other artists' paintings for a long time now. That feels like that at least. So I don't have any good answer for that. Joey, the editing did really well. It was polished. Yeah, it was polished. Yeah, I feel really good about it. Rocket Stripe is a term for somebody moving up quickly. Oh, thank you. I found info on Social Blade. Oh, okay. Yeah, Social Blade is nice. Yeah, that's cool. Do you have a channel, Plumpy Lump? Because usually most people who don't know to search for Social Blade even. I thought it's something more for YouTubers. I'm not sure though. But yeah, Social Blade is useful. It's quite useful. Now, one thing I will say about Social Blade, if you go to it and it has this kind of guesstimate of how much money a channel makes, that is way off. You have no idea. Like it says, I don't remember what it says about my channel, but I make much less from ads, so it's so funny. But yeah, I don't remember. I have to check. Now I want to check because it's interesting. So let's look for Social Blade. Let's see. I'm curious to see Blade. I'm going to be super narcissistic and put my own channel in there. And let's see what it pulls up. Wait. Yeah, YouTube. Close the ad. So it says that I make estimated monthly earnings $115 to 1.8K. Let me tell you something. It's definitely closer to the lower estimate than to the higher one. Definitely much closer to the 115 than the 1.8K. So yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. But yeah, enough of Social Blade. Yanti, around here, autumn inspires Painttober. Once the snow falls, turns into negative painting, gray skies, gray everything, but I would use my imagination. How can one add color? Interesting. So here's what I'll ask you to do. I'll give you more homework even. If you can send me a picture that, not necessarily the one I will paint, but just a picture that sort of is the a good manifestation of the kind of view you imagine. I want to see it. And if you do, there's a good chance I'll paint it. Mr. Rainbow, I liked your Berserk video very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's very different, I know. I wasn't expecting too many views on that one, but I'm happy that it got some. I'm trying just generally to do what I want as opposed to let the views dictate, because I feel like that's how I got here, and you know, there's some balance to it, but I will listen, of course, to feedback. If something gets 100 views, maybe people just aren't interested. Liz, it was October, the Mad Halloween thing. Yeah. So are you referring to the pumpkin video? I should have posted it a couple of days before, probably. But I'm not sure what you refer to, so sorry if I missed that. Nancy G, really looking forward to watching your recent Painting Masters video. Yeah, there's going to be a new one, hopefully, with like a proper paintings. Looking up, I missed pumpkins due to timing, but want to go back and watch. Yeah, and this is one of the things I always think about. The videos are pretty much evergreen, so there is a rewatch value. There is a just whenever you want to watch them. So I'm sure it'll get more views over the long run. Santone, sorry Liron, where did you say we can buy your paintings? I want to have a look. It's lirongallery.com. You can see it actually here. The URL is right here, lirongallery.com. Thank you so much. Flobby Bobby, this time of the year doesn't bring good views, and often it's difficult to predict outcome in terms of views. You feel like that? Yeah, I'm not sure. And engagement because of small changes in algorithm. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'll also say that my videos that did well. Like I have videos that have done well in all different times of year. So yeah. Kimberly, presently watching from Ontario, says 82 are watching and 18 people have liked. Oh yeah, no, it's way more than that now, I think. So yeah. It's 95 likes. We are 35 likes away from me doing 10 push-ups, so you may want to reconsider. And if you haven't liked it, but I think most people here liked it, so I'll stop bugging you. Scale model must be a lot. The subject, pumpkin haters. Yeah, it could be. It's still a niche, right? But it's a still I've seen after all, so I thought. Flobby Bobby, the best way to go about it is to build a good, consistent fan base. It's like a moat against changes in language. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. So honestly, what I've always been trying to do with the channel is just have it be all about you and the things that interest you and what you want to see. Which is why, I don't remember whose comment it was, and if you're here, remind me. Someone asked me about how to make their photos more like look good online when you upload to wherever. And I filmed a video like 10 minutes later. I filmed a video. It's to be planned to be out, but I have the whole thing filmed. I show you exactly like how to do that, make it look much better. Even if you took a bad photo in bad light, there's a lot you can do there. So yeah, it's always been about you. As long as I can, 100 likes, yes, 20 more. 20 more, and there will be 10 push-ups. So let me show you what good of a view you'll have. Like you'll actually see me doing the push-ups, right? It's here. This is the floor. So yeah, I honestly am trying to make this as much as I can about what interests you and read it that way, and really that's the best way I can. You know, at the end of the day, it should provide some value, serve some kind of a purpose. Yeah, an oil one can add. Speaks of sunshine. How do you do that? Can add. Oh, oil one can add sparks. Maybe you mean of sunshine. How do you do that with watercolor? With opaque paint. I keep using opaque paint in my paintings. Even here, there's a lot of it. So funny enough, so there are some obvious highlights, like what I added here. That's a gouache, actually white gouache paint. Right here, that's white gouache. Sorry if you can't hear me as well from here. This is a highlight I added, right? This is a highlight I added. This is a highlight I added. But if you look at the windows here, where is it? There we go. These are also, I painted these with opaque paint. It was darker and I needed to make it lighter and bluer. So I mixed my white paint with blue, all watercolor. Or was it white gouache with blue watercolor? And there we go. Got that. So yeah, that's how I do it. It's a healthy mix. I just add them. I don't care. I just add them later. Here, you see this? That's diluted. So that's actually diluted white paint. You just use it, you know? Whether it's a watercolor, opaque watercolor out of the tube, or it's a gouache, whatever it is, you can paint over it, and that's perfectly okay. You know, you can't get each and every single highlight unless you're using masking fluid. It's just very hard. And it's not like I can't expect you to negatively paint around 100 light details and still get a clean wash that's flowy. Come on, there's a limit to how much we're able to do. Shubham M, can you please tell me which is best time to shift painting from sketch to go from sketching to painting? To go from sketching to painting, because sketching skills also required for painting, which is easy for a beginner. Watercolor versus so I don't know about the watercolor versus poster versus acrylic paints. I've mostly used watercolor and I love that the most, but used acrylics a bit. But yeah, I think whenever you feel like painting, it's just another skill to learn. So you don't have to graduate from sketching academy in order to paint. That's my thoughts. Work on both skills simultaneously. Liz, I painted pumpkins as one of my first watercolors and it was so fun. Yeah, pumpkins are great. The fact that they're like round, but then inside that roundedness there are bumps from top to bottom, slices, bumps. That's a really good practice in smooth and hard edges, because you always get cast shadows and core shadows. It's very interesting. WL, you can't go by likes. If I watch you on TV instead of computer, it doesn't give you the button to press. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, doesn't mean we're not watching. Oh, you mean for a video? No, actually, I don't go by likes for a video. I go more by views. But for this one, it's funny because I see fewer viewers than the likes, so I assume it will be hard to get more likes if everyone who's watching left a like. So that's what I meant. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. But yeah, I'm not going by likes ever. I'm going more by views, and even then I'm not really, again, I'm not getting married to the numbers. That's just silly. Wait, I missed a bunch of messages, or it jumped on me. Where was I? Yeah. Laura, I think it's because the subject was seasonal. I watched it because the light and shadow intrigued me. Yeah, that's what I was aiming for. The light and shadow. Hey, Rich, UK, just wanted to say hey. Thank you so much for being here and saying hi. Kimberly, and if you just pop in for a short period of time, just leave a like before you go, if you're watching on a platform where you can, as opposed to maybe the Switch Lite. We'll get to that. Kimberly, I usually have to search for your videos. Today I put a reminder on it. It came 5 minutes after I joined the video. Wow, that sucks. I guess it gives a reminder to most or some people, and then it tests the water and then to more, which is ridiculous. Or maybe it's just delayed. I don't know. Rayman, hey Liron. Just left wet Israel and arrived back to wet Glasgow. Now it's sunny. Now it's all sunny here. You once mentioned you don't stretch paper. I'm experiencing a lot of buckling when I use 300 grams. What do you suggest? So honestly, I did not stretch this. I did not even tape this, as you can see by the edge. This was painted, not taped, believe it or not. And it's really not that bad. So if you paint large, that's actually okay. I find it to be a bit more problem for smaller pieces because the buckling is just more significant compared to the size of the painting. Honestly, if you give it enough time to dry with a hairdryer, it will flatten a little back. That's one thing. Second, you could stretch it if you want, which is just dipping it in water, right? It's almost like pre-wetting both sides. If it works for you, do it, I just don't find it I need it most of the time, but if you want to do a long wet and wet thing, you actually probably need to do it. So just do it if it helps you, But I would suggest just to let it dry, and it will be fine. It will unbuckle at some point. Santone, right in front of me. Found the link. Sorry, right in front of me. Yeah, sorry about that. It's sometimes you put things right in front of people and it's still unclear. It's not clear enough. Maybe I'll put it in a different color. That will be better. Mr. Rainbow, sometimes I watch your videos on my Switch Lite. Yep. Yeah, I saw your message earlier. I think I watched a YouTube video on my Switch just once. I don't think it was that comfortable. But I guess if you have it in hand, then yes. Pascaline, how are you? Hello from UK. It's cold here. Need a hot chocolate yet? Can I ask? I wonder if we should do some Washtober. Let's do. I want to do a bit of it. We're like an hour and 20 minutes in. Let's do it. We'll get through some more chats and then we'll open it up. I don't know. What do you feel like? I just enjoy talking with you, so maybe we'll save it to in the future. Well, maybe we'll postpone it again, even though the title of this live stream is Washtober and Chilly Winters. Yeah. Oh man. Rich, can I ask a total beginner? Is there such a thing in watercolor as warm and cool shadows? Yeah, definitely. So it's something that is cross medium. It doesn't matter what medium you use. You'll always have warm and cool shadows. You decide if you want to paint them that way or not. If you want to even... let me mute this for a second because I'm going to move the mic and it's going to be a terrible screech. Yeah, so you get to decide if you want to include variation in temperature. But yeah, it exists, of course. Every color has a different temperature and could be placed in a warm to cool spectrum. And most of the time that is very relative. Yes. Atrio, don't put too much effort during the festival season. YouTube, like festival meeting elections, I don't know. YouTube algorithm gets messed up during the time. People are busy enjoying, oh, you mean actually festival. Enjoying, and YouTube pushes different products or enjoyment-oriented videos. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Mark, your answer about not watching or following other artists for a while was very helpful, actually. Thank you. I gotta go. No, you've got my painting... fingers itching to grab a brush. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. You can listen to the rest afterwards. Sorry, the headphones, I'll just drop them. I don't need them now. Marjorie, a while back I found a use for all my cotton scraps and test strips. Threw in the blender with a tablespoon of white glue and water, then pressed into Chris Macy molds. Oh, I don't know what that is. Chris Macy molds. Let dry, hang as ornament. That's a cool idea. On a Christmas tree. That's actually a cool idea. Yeah, so if you know how to work with paper, that's really cool. Oh, okay, I see what that... Oh, it's a Christmas mold. Okay, I thought it was an actual thing, Chris Macy. I thought it's like a mold you get at Macy's or something. I had no idea. That's funny. That's cool. Thank you, Santone. Let's see here. Jacqueline, gotta go, but I love this live stream. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Patricia, my watercolor instructor provided templates traceable so we can get started easily. That's a great idea. The focus of our lesson is not so much about drawing, but more about painting, learning technique. Yeah, that makes sense. Megan, hey Liron, I made it home in time to catch the end of the live stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're still going. It's okay. Really happy to have you here. Saint Anki, one-handed push-ups. Please, you can put your paintings... hand in danger. No, so it has to be the other way around. I need both hands to stay in a healthy state. So look, we're 12 likes away from me doing 10 push-ups. I gave you a discount from 150 to 120. 12 more likes. I mean, I think we can do this. So yeah. Patricia, like creating textures, adding, oh yeah, weight loss, but more, yeah, okay. Techniques like creating textures, adding values and hard and soft edges. So I'm okay with tracing. Yeah, definitely. And you can trace an overall shape and then within it do wet and wet. It's fun. We're 11 likes away from me doing 10 push-ups. And I'm going to do them like this, not like a wuss like that. I'm going to go closed because I want to work on the pecs. I don't want to work on my arms. So we're 11 likes away. We're almost there. Shubham, which medium for card drawing? Yeah, whatever you want, man. Whatever you want to use. You can use whatever medium you want. You can paint anything with anything. So that's one of the things I discovered. And I thought, one medium is better for another. Actually, you can do everything. Some will say water is better painted with watercolor. There's a lot of sense to that because you can get really gradual transitions and so on. But actually, we're 9 likes away. That's amazing. I didn't think we'll make it. We're 8 likes away. So people, you got to believe in yourself. But the more I paint, the more I discover that, yeah, it's even oils, acrylics, it's all so good. You can do pretty much anything with anything. I personally love old masters oil paintings that depict water, rivers, stuff like that. I love it. I love that kind of a style that's a little more opaque. So yeah. Amy, that car is, yeah, thank you so much. Awesome. Jan, gotcha. Gouache and try to copy it as inspiring oil. Homework. Yep. Patricia, I do my own drawings when sketching and painting outdoors. The more I do, the better they get. Yeah, definitely. Outdoors is a great practice for sketching. 7 likes away from push-ups. I honestly didn't think we'll make it. Now I actually have to do it. Man, I gotta stretch. We'll get there. It's just 7 more likes. I mean, how hard can it be? Again, if you just joined, all we need is 7 more likes, and I'm gonna do 10 push-ups. It's not that huge, 10 push-ups, but it's something. I don't think you ever saw me doing push-ups. So yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Rainbow. Wait, we're jumping here. There we go. Liz, my pumpkin greenery ended up a bit like your afro hairstyle. That's funny. Yeah. It's not really an afro. It's more contained on the top of the... It's more like a bird nest, I would say. Paul Garcia Perez. I don't have skills, but I'm working. You'll get it. No, I'm not worried. If you practice enough, these things, they actually end up working really well. RK, how can we make our own style of watercolor painting? Ooh, take a photo yourself and paint it. Do that enough, I believe you'll develop your own style. It's going to be better and better. Sometimes I learn from you skills. Yeah, definitely, my pleasure. Wet both sides helps not block hole. Indeed. Liz, a little Washtober, please. I'm likely to sleep through these lives. Okay, yeah. Let's do a bit of Washtober, kind of a refresher, and then I'll go back to your next message, actually. John says, I woke up early to see the Washtober review. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. We'll do it now. So here we go. So I'm on Instagram on the Washtober hashtag. Why not? Let's do this. You need 6 more likes, and I'm going to do my push-ups. Really close. So this one made me really laugh. Hello, Anna B. And I don't know who exactly painted it. I may be able to relate it to you or not, but we'll see. So if I was a bird, I knew who I'd poop on. That's really funny. So let's see here. I do believe, Josh Rosario. Yes. A familiar name. That's really, really neat. I love that. So this is a great example of like good experimentation, right? Because I love that you can actually, like the most obvious thing would be either just that warm and cool, very different everywhere you look, and strong contrast in temperature. But what Josh did here is actually quite smart. So you have more nuanced view around here, but then here you get the strong temperature difference. I like it. And kudos for getting those grays here in the middle. Really, really nice job. Yeah. What I would look for if you want to, I don't know, improve some aspect of it, sometimes a strong contrast somewhere would be beneficial. Like, for example, I imagine this is light, and this is dark, right? Just throwing a suggestion. Or with the mask in the background. But you don't have to. You can decide on the contrast you want, I really like it. And I do think there's a strong focal point around the face, definitely. Let's see. We have a cool horse here. A new creation art shop. Cool. Achievement, that's really cool. Yeah, I barely even remember the words, but this is such a cool idea. The horse achieved something, like a horse race or something like that. And sorry, I won't be able to see your comments because I'm here, but that's fine. I'm on the other monitor now. That's really good. That's actually really funny too. I like that a lot. And I like the idea of like it's almost like a sunset behind it. So it's like maybe it's a race at daybreak, which is funny. I like that. Let's see here. Same one. So I'm gonna try and show multiple people. So I'll jump through people we've shown several times. So Tom here, also very familiar name. That's really nice. So that's the contrast I was looking for earlier, right? That's really, really cool. Let me know in the chat if I'm looking at your painting. That's cool. Cotman travel palette, just because it was there. That's funny. Yeah, that's a great. So one of the things I like about these kinds of scenes is how it's almost like the light is coming from this area and then everything else it radiates towards, and that is so cool. I like that a lot. And then you get a strong contrast in the front. So that's like this here is chef's kiss. Like this is really, really nice. And then here it's a little looser, right? The contrast. So really good job on finding those places for the contrast. Good job for achieving all the hide. So we have now a bot here. So we're gonna do hide user on this channel. So kudos for achieving the full range of values from super light here to a pale blue to a slightly darker. That's a very good transition. I like that a lot. Let's see here. Let us continue. So I don't know if that's relevant, but we'll see. We saw that person's work. Oh, I think I saw this one too. Yeah, I believe it popped in my feed. Josh Rosario again. The Devs 2021. That's a really cool horse. So I don't remember if that's based on his Bookvich painting, because I have seen a Bookvich painting that was very similar. That's really, really cool. Let me just mark this so I remember where I was. Yep. That's really, really neat. I can just go through all of them, but actually let's do this, because then you get to see more. Oh, okay, so this was the top, and then this is the most recent. So let's hear the same user. Let's see here, the devs again. That's really cool. Oh, that's nice. That is super nice. That's actually pretty accurate value-wise, right? That actually looks quite three-dimensional and transparent. Like I can see through the water. That's really cool. That is really, really interesting. Yeah, so that's going to be Seal. Yeah. Amazing. A way to go to everyone who managed to actually follow the whole challenge. You know, that's tough. I wouldn't have been able to. It was too much for me. Gabo Artark. Or is it Art Arc? Not sure. That's really good. See, this is how you practice wet in wet. If you do tons of these, you'll become so much better. And this level of control, like everything here. So the sky, great level of control. The bottom and this farm. Okay, the bottom with the crops, that's a great level of control. That's really good. Like that's waiting for the perfect timing, then putting those lines in. We're 4 likes away. We were 3, and then someone pulled away their like. So 170. We're 3 likes away for me doing 10 push-ups here on camera. In this as well. These trees here, they're fantastic. That's really tough to do. If you just joined, we're doing a bit of a challenge. If we can break 120 likes, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. Because that's what we decided for some reason. So yeah. Gear. Oh, that's like a strong message, right? They're very depressing, but in a good way. Yep, that's great. So this is a great example of like idea serving the purpose, and then everything else derives from that, right? The drawing and the painting, everything supports that idea. So obviously we have gears and machines, and then a whole bunch of skeletons. That's really depressing, but it's a good job. Job well done. So this would be also Gabo, and this was also, yeah, so I can tell by the color scheme, right? We can tell. 2 likes away. Can we get 2 likes? Can we get 2 likes? So yeah, I don't even know if like, I don't know what my leg will be like, if it's gonna be okay. Worst case, I'll do 1-legged push-ups if I have no choice, if the left leg is gonna bug me. Let's see here. So this looks like also, yeah, same person. So I'm going to skip through some of these. Oh, this is interesting. The devs, again, that's very nice. So that reminds me of how Sargent uses a lot of opaque paints just to just paint it like directly, and I like that a lot. Ooh, this one is a little different. Kelly's Art Throb. I actually feel this. Like, it feels dizzy when I look in the center. It actually feels like it's rotating. That's crazy. That actually works. That's great. I couldn't imagine like how to begin planning this pattern. So this is a really impressive. Way to go. And getting all of the gradual light to dark, dark to light. That's really good. Ooh, this one's a little different. Again, the devs. That's nice. That's a really nice scene. That gives you a nice sense of place. Fields, crops. You know, I have always lots of notes for the drawing, for the perspective, etc. But yeah, let's read the text. Letter, so that's day 28. Yes, I know I'm behind, only 3 more to go. I've really enjoyed trying different styles and being a bit creative on the prompts. Yeah, good job. Yeah, good job. Who cares if you're behind? That's amazing. Johnny B art, awesome. The last one of 2022, farm and barrier together. Oh, that's good. That's funny. Been tough some days. Combining 2 sets of prompts and sticking to 3 themes was definitely a challenge. As always, very fun and rewarding. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Well, let's see, we have more. Okay, so the zoomed out. So that really has to be a Star Wars kind of Star Wars droid look. Yeah, that's the hashtags there and the droid. That's really cool. And I've been playing a bit of Knights of the Old Republic. If you know, 120. We had 120. I don't see it yet, but I will see it in a second. And here's Johnny, Prussian Blue John. I'm not following you. I should follow now. I was sure I'm following you. Is that a different account? I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's really awesome. Let's see. Oh, now there we go. Prussian Blue John. That's really good, John. The last day of Washtober 2022 is here, and it was fun, even though I was only able to keep up with half the prompts. Yeah, that's cool. I kept up with 0 of the prompts, so yeah, good job. Let's see, John. I really like Justin Tom's version of Surgeon. My Surgeon piece was the most, my most experimental of the group. Yeah, well, we may get to that. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. I need to find some tape that doesn't tear up the page. Yeah, that's tough. You have to be super duper careful with it. Oh, I see the 120. So do you want the push-ups now or later towards the end of the stream? I guess if some people are gonna quit soon or something like that, you'd prefer it now, right? So let me know. If you want it now, just write now in the chat and I'll do it. Oh, let's see here. The devs, okay. And I'll try doing like full push-ups, not like fake push-ups. It's gonna be a real deal. Squaretober. That's really cool. You're good with abstract patterns. That's really, really neat. Let's see here. Liz Wilson. Liz. We're here. That's really good. I was happy to see my beautiful niece Mary today. Oh, congratulations. That's really nice color harmony. I hope you're here. You haven't fell asleep. Because now's the time to see this. Yeah, right now. Now and later. No way. I'm not doing 20. I'll do just 10. Later. I see it's divided. We'll continue for a bit. That's a really nice color harmony. Liz, I hope you're here, but if not, you'll watch it later. Yeah, that's really, really good. Oh, good. That's me and the Israeli wedding. Oh, cool. Okay, now I'm connecting all the stories. Yeah. Was there a lot of like Jewish songs? Like, that's interesting. Okay, we'll continue. This one looks really neat. Oh, this is good. So this is perfect to me. Like, yeah, I see a lot of nows. I'm going to do it. John, this is perfect. You have every possible color in existence, which is just really clever. I like that a lot. I recognize everything in the background. So from the yellows to the very muted grays and purples and oranges, and to the blues and the greens, like really, really good. Great job. Let's see. Okay, I think it's time. Yeah, 120. You'll have to do like at least one more. I think. Like 121. We can't stop now. Can't give up now. What direction should I be in? This? You'll see me? Let's see. Last, an extra one. How was that? Is that even on camera? Let me know. I hope you saw it. Yeah, so that was good, right? I'm good. I think I'm okay. Yeah, the leg was fine doing that as well. Yeah, it's good. It worked out okay. I did get hot just from doing that, actually. I'll get rid of a layer for now. Good. I'm happy that it was on camera. Because doing 10 more would be possible, but I mean, it's getting tiring. Yeah, okay, you might as well throw in a few dozen squats and call it. That's the problem, exactly. Squats are the problem right now. I think that's how I got the knee injury again. But yeah, I did an extra one though. Did you notice? That was 11. I delivered on my promise. John, if we do this 10 push-ups for likes every live stream, Liron will get more in shape. Well, we become better painters. Yeah, definitely, that's true. That's a good way to go. Yep. And we actually got 121, so that's good. That I have to say, like 121 likes for around 75, 80 concurrent viewers throughout the live stream. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Tattoo Tank, great job. Only push-up I can do, get the ice cream in there. That's funny. I went out. Can you do another 10? No, you'll have to rewind the video. I'm not doing another 10. I could do after a small short break another set, but yeah, no. Squats I could do more, you know, not now, but generally speaking, squats are a little easier to me than push-ups. The best I got at pull-ups was like 3, 4. I need to get back to that for sure. So yeah, I feel like staring for a moment. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Would Suzanne artist? So yeah, I'm again sorry if I don't connect you to a viewer here, but if you're here, that's cool. Thank you, Ray. Liz, there's my chess one with several prompts in one painting. Oh, let's see. I missed that. Wait. Wait, where was it? Not the... Oh, yeah, okay. That's funny. That's really funny. Nerve cycle pig sheep. Oh, man. So wait, you combined all of... That's crazy. That's really, really good. I like that a lot. And it's a clever way of doing the trust. Oh, that's good. Way to go. Okay, get back to this one. So this I like a lot. This actually is like... It tells some kind of a story, you know. It's very clear we need to focus on the knot. So that's really, really good. And yeah, I see it combines a few of these. All knotted rope on the beach yesterday. Oh, that's clever. Yeah. And I love the colors. So wait, let me see. I was looking at the history of the Celtics. Love not. Yeah, so I'm curious if you made the colors up or not. That I'm curious. If you're here, let me know. I found I was more focused on trying to get one in for a day, but not painting well. Yeah, I get it. It's tough. Arte Marie Oluvia. Matrix. That's a great word. Yeah, I like that a lot. It's really interesting to see it actually feels like there's a hole in the universe and we see through it. So that's actually a very clever idea. I like that a lot. Let's see, Johnny B. That's cool. That's really cool. I like how this focuses on shapes, and this is a brave subject because it's tough to do glass, and you know, strong contrasts like that are easy in terms of the contrast, but it's tough in terms of the subject. So yeah, that's really good. This is very different. Watercolor by Marina V. Ego Boost. Okay, that's cool. That's the Inktober. So I don't know if it's related to the Washtober. Probably not, but that's still cool. Ooh, that's nice too. So yeah, that is really nice. I like that a lot. It has a very regal feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but I like that a lot. Oh, more abstract patterns. Yep, it's really cool. Is it abstract though? It looks 3D. It looks almost like... Yeah, where's Walt? It looks almost like borders, like a map. That's really interesting. Oh, that's great. That's really great. I love that. That melting into the blue, that is so good. So here's an example of like something I enjoy seeing a lot. Brian, no way I'm doing it again. Something I really enjoy is that contrast in edges, right? It's something I talked about in the pumpkin video too. So you have a very smooth transition all across this, right? And then here, you got, is this an onion peel? I'm not sure. But then it's sharp, right? And that really brings this to the focus. It's a very strong focal point. I like that a lot. Is the prompts next? Yeah, the prompts. This is really good. Really, like, it's good art, you know what I mean? It's good composition, good, you know, everything. By the way, I see now you can't see it all. I don't know why. But probably this picture is a little wider than some others, which is why that happens. So sorry about that. Oh, that's neat. Oh, this one. Yeah, I saw this one. I remember. This is really nice too. This is very inviting. I love all of these. See all of these touches of red here? This is really clever. So I like to do that sometimes too. Like within the grass, you plant a few of these red dots that really bring it out. That's really nice. A lot of... So this is what natural greens feel like to me. I know it's not realistic, like it's not photorealistic for sure. Not. It's actually quite representational, so it has a good quality of some aspects of realism to it. But even if you set that aside, like this feels like a natural green, right? And it's the context of everything. I don't know how many colors were used, but to me it feels like there were only 3-4 colors used, and everything was mixed from those. Or it's very the person is very familiar with several colors that work well together, like guaranteed, and they only use them, which could be another option. So this is really good, really good. What's penki? This means penki in Japanese. I think it reads. Oh, penki. Wait, so pen, like a pen, and ki. What's ki? I don't know. It's interesting. Let's see. Let's go through these. Very cool. Oh, that's really nice. Tooth Fairy is an ugly dude who collects tooth as treats. That's funny. Oh, that's nice. That's a good drawing. And it's a matrix. That's nice. Oh, hello, Anna. Yeah, we saw more. So I want to see if I can find some other people, just out of curiosity. So I do think everything we're looking at right now, we've already seen. Because the people who were consistent with the posting, I think, and using Washtober 2021 in particular, are here. So I'm looking to see if I can find something that's a bit of a different style, you know what I mean? Oh, an egg with a broken shell to me. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Patricia. That makes sense, actually. Oh, this is nice. So this is also, yeah. This is a nice color harmony. Do we have a zoom in? Yes, I was hoping for that. To me, that's so beautiful. Like, that's like the perfect, in a way, it almost looks like the person was painting fur. Now, I may be dumb, but pigs don't have fur. But maybe they have like a thin coat of hair. I'm actually not sure. But this is really good. This is really, really nice. And very loose and whimsical. Oh, I like this a lot. This person does some very interesting things. And of course, I have to look at a motorcycle. Oh, that's nice. Have to. A little armadillo with a tick. That's funny. Oh, that's actually a very clever design. I like that. Very clever. This looks different. Karen Elias art, I guess, right? Karen Elias art. Modern version of Peter, the fisherman who walked on the water with the eyes fixed on Jesus. That's cool. That's really cool. I don't know if it's a part of the Washtober challenge, but it's cool. This is an interesting study, actually. This is very interesting because this is especially this slice up here, that looks really good. I wonder what like the guiding principle here was. I like this a lot. These look more like a cleaner version. It's interesting. I think that's yeah, the same artist. Yeah. So you get a feeling like you start to read who's who, you know. Is that you, John? Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh, sketch. That's nice. Liz. Okay, that's really nice. I'm just gonna scroll through these. We're gonna give as many of these at least some screen time. Oh, that's interesting. I like that strong contrast. That's really cool. Soul. Cool. Ooh, what is that? Destiny the game. I'm unfamiliar with that. But that's cool. Last night's Twitch stream. I'm gonna look into more of these later. Ooh, that's good. So many paintings that have like life to them, you know? This looks a little different. Oh, that's cool. That's a great sense of movement, by the way. Con Pestillo, Soul. That's cool. That's the type of work I just never was able to do. That's really, really interesting. That's a great depiction for Soul. That's really good. Huh. Like I imagine it in a strong sunlight kind of thing. Oh, pixel art. That's cool. That's very unique colors as well. Ooh, a nice little landscape. Very nice. So this is tough, right? Getting these lights and then darks around them. That's really interesting too. Yeah, that's a lot of art was posted. I scrolled through these real fast. That's a nice kind of limited color scheme. I scrolled through a lot of these, but now I'm seeing a lot of new ones as well. Oh, this one caught my eye. I saw it earlier too. Oh, Richard, that is really nice. Good job. Finally got to you. So I saw you here earlier. I don't know if you're still here, but I think maybe you left, but that's good. Made some changes. Here it is again. #1 admission. I think that's the version I saw earlier too. So wait, we saw this one already. So there's one. So this is day 1. And what is this then? Another one? Or it's the same one, just a different, yeah. Edited differently. Yeah, that's cool. So I don't know how far we've gotten. That's 5 weeks ago. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, I remember. We critiqued it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, let's see. We're gonna let it load. But yeah, I think that's great. That's great. We can take a break and I'll see. Oh, Richard, yes, here, you're here. Good. So yeah, I was really hoping you're still here. So that's really great fun. You put a lot of effort into it. Like everyone here put so much effort into it. I wasn't even able to participate this time, unfortunately, but this is really good. Great job, everyone. Like really great job. So yeah, let me go over the chat real fast. We'll see what I missed, and then maybe we'll move towards wrapping it up. Let's see. I need to go back up. Where was I? Bird's eye, vantage point. Yeah, interesting, Amy, about the tree from a bird's eye. That's tough. Yeah, I did a few, aerial scenes. That's interesting. Thank you, Kimberly. I was okay. No, John, thank you for worrying. It wasn't a big deal for the leg, actually. It was okay. It wasn't at all. I had an injury here. Remember I told you about right hand, but I did a lot of physio and workout. It's gone now. Now it's good. I think I feel almost fully normal here, so that's good. Usually these things go away with physiotherapy. I don't know why this one's a little more consistent. Linda, would appreciate recommendations of brands of acrylic. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with acrylic brands, unfortunately. Will you be painting while doing the press-ups? Definitely not. Let's see here. Let's move to the bottom of the chat. It's great prompt list to use anytime. Could you share it again? Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. So this was the list. Yep. You can screenshot it now if you want to screen cap. I can expand it. But yeah, I can post it again on Instagram too if you want me to in the future. But yeah, I really wanted a nice mix, so I did a word generator and then I added a few of my own. So I generated 2 lists and I mixed and matched some kind of a weird mixture like that. That was best. Thank you, Liz. My pleasure. Almost 3 a.m. I'm off to Slumberland. Ciao, everyone. Yeah, enjoy. Hey, Lisa, how are you doing? Very beautiful indeed. Alessandro, hey, Liron, I just made the first 3 days paintings. Oh, cool. Post them. I'll take a look. The updated Washtober hashtag, Washtober 2022. Richard, sometimes the 10-minute painting works out the best. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah. That's beautiful. I love how the pig has texture, but the background doesn't. Yeah, that's so clever. I liked that a lot. I love the knot. Oh, it's funny that the knot emoji also has blue and red. I found I was more focused on trying to get one in for every day, but not painting well. Yeah, that's how it works, though. It's okay. That's totally natural. I haven't been able to do push-ups for 10 years. I'm jealous. I used to be a fitness freak. Yeah, that sucks, I guess. It's tough to lose the ability, or even just, I don't know if you just quit and then you lost it, or you just lost it gradually. But yeah, I don't know. I hope I can continue at least doing basic stuff when I'm older. Thank you, Ray, again. Thank you all for the compliments, for the push-ups. You might as well throw it. Yeah, funny. Yeah, good. We can conclude, I think. Thank you for the list, Patricia said. Thank you for the list. I did in October, but followed a different list. I will share my collage of my sketches later. Oh, that's cool. I use Arteza and gold fluid acrylic. They're about the best Arteza cheap. Yeah, so what would be like an expensive brand of acrylics? I honestly have no idea. What would that be? I don't know. Thank you, John. Yeah, I'm happy you enjoyed it. So I don't know. I don't remember if you took part or you posted. If not, sorry. I remember seeing something vaguely, but I'm not sure. Wait, I can check. Let me check. Sorry about that. I remembered you did post something, but maybe I'm confused. Oh, this is really good though. Yeah, you haven't, but I love the last post you put up. I like that a lot. Genius. The colorful scene. I think I showed it once. Maybe I shared it in my story. Golden. Okay, yeah, golden I've heard of, Kimberly. But yeah. Anyway, it is time. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Holbein. Okay, yeah, Holbein also. Oh, I think Daniel Smith also makes acrylics, right? I'm pretty sure they do. But yeah. And then there's all the Daler Rowney, is that the name? And all of those. I don't know. I actually bought a few acrylics, but it's from a local store that doesn't have like really top stuff. So it's just whatever they had. Marjorie could still do those push-ups until after 65. So I guess that was a good one. Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't think most people around that age can do them. At least not 10, maybe 1. Which is a shame. Like I have a heavy body Liquitex acrylic paint. They're nice. Cool. I have the Liquitex, not acrylics, but it's more of like a liquid color for cloth, specifically. Oh, I think it's an airbrush paint, actually, what I have. Sorry. Getting tired. This was a hectic day, let me tell you. This was a hectic day. But yeah, in any case, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, 120 likes. That's more than the number of concurrent viewers we had, so that's huge. And you earned those push-ups. I'm gonna watch them back later to make sure that you see them properly. Alessandro, do I have to use Instagram to show them to you? It was just the easiest way for me to get into Instagram and pull them up from there, but you can send me an email and I'll see them if you want to. Or send me a message wherever you are, if it's not Instagram but Facebook, and I'll try and see it for sure. Thank you, Joey. Thank you so much for anyone to anyone who was here today. Marjorie, Lisa, John, R2D2 is here. Cool. So we have a lot of Star Wars themes here. Liz, everyone else, much appreciated. John, yes, we did it. We had an hour and a half of non-Washtober and then 20 minutes, 15 minutes of Washtober. Thank you, Kimberly, for checking out the pumpkin vid now or later. Be sure to check it out, everyone, if you want a good tutorial. It's a really good tutorial. So yeah, and 124 likes. That's awesome. So in any case, we'll talk to you again real soon. Until then, take care. Watch Saturday's video. It's going to be a fun portrait one. But until then, take care.